Hello Viking! Welcome to Long Beach City College's tutorial on how to get started with financial aid. The due date for Cal Grants is early March, so please plan accordingly. There are two financial aid applications. Here we will discuss which one is right for you. There is the free application for federal student aid, also known as FAFSA, and also the California DREAM Act. This tutorial will discuss both applications, but first let's start with FAFSA. Let's discuss who can apply. Students who have a U.S. citizenship or is a permanent resident of the United States with a green card can apply for FAFSA. If this does not apply to you, please consider the California DREAM Act application. Some required documents include your social security number, an email address other than your school email, and your parents' tax return form. For example, if you are applying for the 21-22 academic year, financial aid will open in October of 2020. You will need the previous year's completed tax from 2019. Please start as early as possible since the most financial support will be available the earlier you submit it. Additional requirements include males between the ages of 18 through 25 must register for selective service. Once you have gathered all of the required documents, you can start the application by going to www.fafsa.ed.gov. Simply click on the Create Account link as seen on the screen. It is best to start before October when financial aid opens. Now let's watch a tutorial on how to create your FSA ID.
Creating an FSA ID. The FSA ID is the username and password you will use on federal student aid websites, such as the FAFSA or federal student loan websites. Once your FSA ID is created, you will be able to use your username, email address, or mobile number to log in with your password. Your FSA ID is used to confirm your identity when you access your financial aid information and electronically sign federal student aid documents. It is important to keep your FSA ID confidential and do not share it with others. Your FSA ID is unique to you. Parents of dependent students need to create their own FSA ID. To create an FSA ID, follow these steps. Step 1. Enter your login information by providing your email address, a unique username, and your password. Step 2. Enter your name, date of birth, and social security number. Step 3. Enter your mailing address. Step 4. Register your mobile phone number for account recovery using a text message. Step 5. Select your language preference. Step 6. Answer 4 challenge questions for security purposes. Step 7. When you submit your FSA ID information, review the terms and conditions, verify your mobile number and email address. Your FSA ID username and password do not expire unless compromised. Now you're on your way to getting an FSA ID.
If you have any questions regarding your FAFSA application, please go to the website seen on the screen. You can also find it by going to lbcc.edu and clicking on Financial Aid under the Admissions and Aid tab. Once you are there, scroll down and click on Chat in our online lobby. Continue to log in. Once you are in, simply select the reason for your visit, then wait until you are seen. Now let's discuss the California DREAM Act. Here is a list of students who can apply. Students without a U.S. citizenship or a permanent resident card, students with or without DACA, students with a temporary protected status, students with a U visa, and most importantly, a requirement is that all students must meet the AB 540 criteria. AB 540 is the California non-resident tuition exemption. The basic requirement includes students will have graduated from a California high school with at least 3 years of attendance. This will require you to send in your transcript along with the AB 540 affidavit for review. If you have any questions or would like to know more ways to qualify for AB 540, please contact the Admissions and Records Office or visit the Dream Service website as seen on the screen. Once you visit the website, scroll down and click on the Prospective Students tab. Scroll down again and open the AB 540 eligibility requirements to review the requirements or to download the AB 540 document. Review the first page for more information. Here are some requirements for the California Dream Act: your email other than your school email and your parents' tax return form. For example, if you are applying for the 21-22 academic year, financial aid will open in October of 2020. You will need the previous year's completed tax from 2019. Please start as early as possible since the most financial support will be available the earlier you submit it. Additional requirements include males between the ages of 18 through 25 must register for selected service and enter all zeros for the Social Security. This must be mailed in to complete the application. Once you have all of your documents, you can go to dream.csac.ca.gov to get started. Simply click on the Start link for first-time users. Now let's discuss additional notes for financial aid. If you have a parent who does not have a Social Security number, you can just enter in all zeros. If this happens for your FAFSA application, the FAFSA signature must be submitted by mail even if you applied online. Your application will continue to process once the signature is mailed in. Also, please make sure you list LBCC as one of your schools, make sure it is completed, be careful while entering demographics since editing it will require a lengthy process, double check your name and make sure the spelling is the same on your application and your official documents such as your birth certificate or Social Security card, double check your college grade year and not list your high school grade year, and get a government ID as soon as possible for financial aid, such as any passport, driver's license, or California ID. After you submit, you will receive a confirmation email from the Federal Student Aid or California Student Aid Commission. You should also check to see if you need to verify your financial aid in your Viking student system under Tasks. Lastly, make sure your financial aid is completed by logging into your account and making sure it says that it was completed and submitted. For any financial aid questions for both applications, you can visit the financial aid website and click on Chat in our online lobby, or you can email the financial aid office directly. If you would like to learn more on how to support undocumented students, you can visit the Dream Service website as seen on the screen. As an undocumented student, you can submit a confidential form on the website to the Dream Services to get in contact with a counselor for further support. Thank you for joining us in this tutorial and see you soon at Long Beach City College.